Yes, my people, good day. This is part second to the radiator replacement in this Mercedes S550. See me removing the 2000 screws that are holding the splash panel. Careful under here, because sometimes the car hits back when it see that you're about to fix it. That's for sure. Now, this is where the drain plug is located on the radiator. On the lower left, I grab my pliers and I turn and I pull back. Starts draining. I got my bucket right there to reduce the splashing onto the floor. I open the coolant bottle so that air will get into the system and it'll drain faster. I got my little mag tray, and then now I'm starting to remove these screws because I am going to remove this tie bar that's at the top going from left to right. It's above the radiator and you have to remove that so you can get the radiator. This radiator comes out the top. When you remove the bolts, it's not now just ready for removal. There are other annoying things that are attached to it that you have to also remove. Some of them are the hood release latches, and they are bolted in there, plus you have the cable attaching it to it, and then also the hood release latch. One of them on the passenger side has an electrical connection on there that will indicate that the hood is open, and then that wire, the connector, is not as close. Another thing that's difficult that you see me removing now is the wind deflectors that are attached to it, and they're plastic rivets. You kind of screw them off, and then you gotta pop them off, and they usually break, so always have a replacement one to put in there. See me fishing the hood release latch out of there and then remove that piece. Now I'm taking out this support. I don't even know the names to all of these many pieces, so some of them just named this. All right, so this is the upper radiator hose I'm undoing there, and then this component that they have designed there is what houses the radiator hose and attaches it to the engine. So some manufacturers, it just goes straight to the engine. Mercedes has it going to that little manifold. Don't even know what that's called neither, but it has to come out. See these two little rubber plugs? That's the mounting supports at the top. You have to take those out. And then I undid the clips from the top of the radiator that you see me show you a second ago. Not the radiator, but the fan. And then I'm able to pull the fan up. I'm undoing the electrical plug from the fan so I can just remove the fan from the radiator and put it to the side. That's what it looked like. Now I am undoing the clips for the upper radiator hose. Put that to the side.
So it looks like you have to evacuate the AC system, because when you remove the radiator you have to take out the condenser. Alright, see it there. Boom, radiator. Drain coolant. Discharge air conditioning system. Knew it. Yo, you gotta love it. Yeah, man, tell her, gotta love it. So this is one of the reasons now people who own Mercedes, their repair costs are so high, because you have all this extra stuff that you're doing when you don't really do normally on other vehicle. And you have to charge people, because now we're going to AC, evacuate and recharge. That's an additional cost. So I just said the thing set, but let's go. The AC condenser is built. Not really built, but they bolted it to the radiator and the oil cooler, so everything comes out as one unit. There are the lines down there. This is for the AC system. Those are the lines. Can't open it because it has refrigerant in it. And then now the oil cooler lines are here. These are some push snap to fit lines right here. One, this is the tool that undoes these lines. Undoes, I don't know. This is a tool what you use to take them off. Put it in and kind of wiggle it. It gets behind the clip. And then you can, there you go. And that's how you get that out. Yep. Yeah, that tool is the greatest.
So I have the AC machine evacuating the system, and it got done. And then now I am undoing the AC lines. They're at the base of the condenser right there, so I'm undoing them. Mercedes got a really unique kind of design here, boy. Let me tell you, Mercedes, boy, they know how to design some stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Undid the hoses from the system. It was catching on the lower part of the radiator there, and I was wondering what it is, and then I realized, so I got my screwdriver out, and there's a wind deflector that's clipped on at the base of the radiator. You gotta kind of unclip it on both sides, and that's what you see me do here. And then when I unclip it, I'm able to push it forward, and it got loose. And then now I tested to see how loose I was, and I'm like, yeah, it looks like I'm ready to bring this thing up out of there now. And sure enough, I just move a little things that were snagging it, and that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that monstrosity right there. Boom! Brand new radiator from Mercedes out the box. Boy, let me tell you, this might be the first time I actually buy a radiator from Mercedes. And that's what it looked like. Nice and fresh and clean. I am now removing the condenser assembly from the old radiator, and it's like plastic clips, so I kind of pop the clip up, put my little glove under there to hold it from clipping back down when I go to the other side. And it's kind of clunky. It's not difficult, but just be gentle with it, because you don't want to put no pinholes in that AC condenser. And that's it. That's what it look like. The lower thing what you see there, that's the oil cooler. So I transferred some rubber mounts from the old radiator onto the new radiator. Don't forget that. And then, while I'm at it, I just use the blower to kind of blow in the excess dirt and stuff from the oil cooler while it's out, you know. Quick reminder, at this point here, we get kind of excited, but be gentle when lowering this onto the new radiator, because you can make a mistake and put a pinhole in the radiator. So just be careful, putting it all lining back up and snap it back into place. You know what I mean? There's one thing to get in there and fix something, but the next thing is to come back out of there without tearing anything up. Very important. Right here, I am removing the old radiator hose from the assembly because I'm putting a radiator in. If I'm putting a radiator, we're doing radiator hoses. So it uses like metal clips and it snaps in there. It's a little bit tricky because of oxidation and stuff, but we got it out. Now I'm just lowering the whole new assembly into place, trying to make sure everything clears, nothing snags. We got the AC line on one side. We got the oil cooler line on one side. We got air deflectors. We also have the plug connectors. Don't forget to plug the radiator fan back in. I'm trying to line up, you see that little Lego piece right there, you know. There's a bunch of them up there, you know. You have to pay attention. Now I'm just lowering the fan and putting the fan in. It's not just putting it in. There's a clip on both sides and then one in the top middle. You have to make sure so that line up as well. And then now you'd make sure that the hoses don't get snagged. You have to line it up. So just move slowly, cautiously, observe, and just put it back in place. Yeah, man. Almost done. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Don't forget to favorite. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to follow. Bless. Yeah.